What if your body still remembers your great-grandparents' worst day? It sounds like a ghost story, but scientists keep finding chemical bookmarks in our DNA that point to events long before we were born. The first time they noticed it, it was eerie. Children and grandchildren of people who lived through famine carried the same invisible signature on their genes. Not a change in the letters of DNA. A change in the switches that turn genes up and down. Those tiny marks can nudge metabolism, stress responses, even the risk of diabetes. Think about that for a second. A drought, a war, a year of hunger could leave a molecular footprint that survives generations. The surprise gets deeper. Plants do this all the time. When a drought scorches a field, the next generation of seeds will sprout with a different survival playbook. They remember to close their pores earlier, to grow slower, to conserve water, even though their DNA code hasn't been rewritten. It's adaptation written in pen, not in stone. How does it work? Cells attach chemical tags to DNA and to the proteins that wrap it. Methyl groups, tiny chemical flags, get stuck on certain genes like post-it notes reading "don't open." Those flags change which genes are read and when. In some animals, the germline, the cells that make sperm and eggs, sometimes carries these flags forward. That's how the memory jumps generations. But here's the part that keeps scientists arguing late into the night. In mice, a trauma or a diet change in the parent can reshape offspring physiology for multiple generations. In humans, researchers who studied families from historical famines found matching methylation patterns decades later, linked to glucose regulation and growth. Not every event writes lasting marks, and not every mark matters. Yet enough of them do, and the pattern is startling. Our bodies can archive experiences, and those archives can steer lives we never lived. Now imagine what this means socially. A community subjected to famine, displacement, or chronic stress could carry altered biology for generations. Health inequalities might be amplified not just by environment, but by inherited molecular memories of suffering. It turns history into biology. That changes how we think about responsibility, healing, and prevention. If trauma can be etched into molecules, perhaps compassion and better conditions can erase those marks over time. Want to keep unraveling the hidden forces that shaped you before you existed? Subscribe and share, because some of the most shocking stories are written inside us.